Hello and welcome to the late night episode of Trap Check. Me and a few of my friends have gathered here today to play Dungeons and Dragons. Before tonight's game, we have an announcement from our team. Travis, take it away.
Hey guys, we finally got ourselves a little bit of a green screen that we've been having some fun with, and we thought that the first thing we wanted to do was something with Bushy Beard. We wanted to reintroduce Bushy Beard to you guys because, I mean, who doesn't love Bushy Beard? Come on. And so we decided we're gonna make a little video on how Bushy Beard came to be. So
I can't believe you invited him back.
but please enjoy, guys.
Avast, ye scallywags! 'Tis I, Bushy Beard. Line.
Really?
'Tis I, Chuck Trap. And remember, don't forget to Bushy Beards.
Are you fucking serious?
Okay, Bushy Beard,
Yeah.
you can't have the sword out. It's pretty dangerous.
I don't see a problem. I don't know why I just can't have the sword out when I'm doing my script.
Now, there's plenty of things that could go wrong when you have your sword out like that.
But I don't see anything wrong with my sword out when I do my script. I mean, it's just... Oh, God. I see a problem now.
Oh, I'm fired.
'Tis I!
Wait, hey, Bushy,
Yeah.
your beard. Lift it up.
Oh.
Okay, now,
'Tis I!
your eye patch.
Oh.
No, over your eye. No, your eye. Oh, fucking your hat. Okay, no, your beard again. You gotta. Oh, fucking Christ.
'Tis I!
God, what are you doing?
Yeah. Trying to get me sword out.
But that's not how you do it.
Well, I don't see a problem with it.
That's hardly an equipment. You're literally jerking off your sword.
Well, me sword is stuck.
Right, let me see it. I'll help you get it out, okay?
Okay.
Take your hand.
Yep.
And you gently but firmly grasp the hilt of the handle.
Mhm.
And that's slowly, too. Make
Okay.
sure it's slow. Then you grab the bottom and jerk and thrust it out of place. And there you go. You have your sword.
What the fuck is HR? She touched my sword. No one touches Bushy Beard's sword.
I mean,
Son of a fucking bitch. Come here. That'd be kill number 2 for me today. Has anybody seen me brown pants?
I got the yellow ones.
No, I need brown.
Red,
No, brown.
blue.
okay, screw the color of pants. Why are you wearing any pants?
Well, I only have the one pair.
I got the black ones.
When are you be just the weird?
Wait,
About the age of 12.
Bush,
You like to rub me hey, leave me can as well. Before we start, I just gotta. My nose itches. Just let me get that real quick.
You have a hand.
Bushy Beard, that's not how you use the prop. Bushy, but
I think my nose is bleeding.
God,
Oh God.
my hat.
Time of the month. 'Tis I, Bushy Beard, and remember, don't forget to check for traps.
Hey, Bushy Beard, you forgetting something important?
Nope, that was my line.
Maybe something important to the sketch, the script, maybe even the character?
No, I'm wearing my costume.
He means your goddamn accent!
Oh.
Is this the alien tryouts?
No, wrong set.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
'Tis I, Bushy Beard.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
He's using the camera.
Oh, my bad. Here, let me fix it.
You're fired.
Ah, fuck.
Costume guy. I think I have a malfunction with my wardrobe.
Yeah, I know. It's your hat. Let me fix it. I fucking hate my job.
At least you didn't have to blow him.
What?
'Tis I, Bushy Beard. And remember, Don't forget to crap on decks.
That's not the line.
Of course it is. This is for crap deck, right?
No.
Oh shit. 'Tis I, Bushy Beard. And remember, don't forget to eat some snatch.
Did you even read the script?
Yeah, it's for crap deck.
No, it's not.
Son of a bitch. What be this contraption?
Bushy beard, that's real. You put it down. That's
Guys,
dangerous.
Guys, calm down. Just a prop. It's fine. He can use it all he wants, okay? Go ahead. It's fine. It's just a prop.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck! Oh, God, I'm getting shut down.
Thank God I wore my brown pants.
Oh, God, call me an ambulance!
You're an amber lamb.
Fuck you, Bushy Beard!
'Tis I, Bushy Beard. And remember,
Oh, Bushy Beard! God, come on, man! Not again!
sorry, I had some Taco Bell. Ugh. She really was a salty salmon. Oh God, I got on my fingers. Oh God damn it.
What the?
And this here be me son, Bushy Jr. Oh, you're so cute, Bushy. You're so cute. Bushy, I'm gonna eat you up. Daddy's just gonna eat you up. Nom nom nom
How do you
nom.
get that?
Nom 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 nom.
All right, Bushy beard, you got to turn. No. Okay, keep turning. No. Okay, stop. Okay, what? Turn one more time. Oh, fuck this shit. I'm out. I quit. Fuck you, producer. Fuck you, Bushy beard. I'm out. I quit.
Where's he going?
I don't know. But I like to chase. Yarr!
Oh, oh, shit, that was the camera.
Avast, ye scallywags! 'Tis I, Bushy Beard. And remember, don't forget to check for traps.
Wow.
Yeah, guys, Bushy Beard is back and he's better than ever. Back to you, Chase.
That was some good editing.
Don't know who the camera guy and the producer was, but that Bushy beard is always good.
He's a character.
Oh Lord, I actually do have an announcement to make, everyone. We have a new intro for you guys, and we really do hope you like it. Now I gotta ask, is there any more announcements from anyone else?
Dave, you got anything with your crafting stuff you want to talk about?
I do. I have 2 treasure chests created. Working on crates next. They should be a nice addition to the Pirate Tavern.
Hopefully we can start introducing some giveaways soon. Hopefully with Dave crafting all that stuff. So stay tuned, guys.
We can always
Tell your friends.
give away Julian's.
Julian's life.
I did hear one thing though. Apparently, Bushybeard decided to send flowers to the families of those who have died in his last video. He sent them to the wrong address, so they're gonna have to figure that out.
Is that why I got flowers at my doorstep?
Yes.
This is why you don't have Bushybeard send things. He does not know how to read. Do you not see the script?
Which is the stagehand he was making out with.
is Bushy Beard Johnny's brother?
Oh God.
Hey,
I think
hey,
it
that's a,
is time to
Alright.
go into D&D, guys.
that's a lore drop.
Well-
You can't say that on screen. NDA.
We do actually have something of Dave's that is crafted, and hopefully you all will get to see it this episode. But since we don't have any more news, as I'm gathering,
I
we'll
smiled
be
way
right
too
back
much when I saw.
after
Julian
this
get
quick
stabbed.
intro. Roll the clip. And welcome back after the intro. Now, as a reminder and a refresher to last week's episode, there was an extreme event being surrounded by undead and trying to fight the undead from getting on the ship and themselves getting on it, being also chased by a white and finding a way to solve both problems. One of the skeletons, after the white's destruction, however, ended up damaging the ship, not before the crew started to sail out of the cove. That is where we begin.
Is everyone
is-
accounted for?
Yeah. Who's dead on the beach?
I'm here, Captain. Wait, we don't have a captain. I'm here, but
Mm. You could still talk to Captain. He hear you in the afterlife.
I can only count into 10. So there's
How-
about 10.
Adlaw, how did he survive?
Because they realized that he's dumb enough to let live.
Fair. Well, at least we know we have 10. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so with all 10 people we fucking have, is the ship okay? Can we sail out of here? I don't even know what the ship's damage is. Johnny!
Oh, what would you like?
Oh God, you're right next to me. Jesus fucking Christ. How's the ship, Johnny? Does it need repairing? And how much repairing does the ship need? Because the ship needs repairing. That wasn't a question, it was a statement.
I mean, it took a pretty big blow when the skeleton blew up, so probably a decent bit. But I'm not really the head carpenter here, now am I?
Chase, I'm going to go down and actually find the person fixing the ship while he's talking to Johnny, who was with him on the other side of the forest when the ship was getting repaired. So go down and talk to the correct person about it.
Okay. You go down and talk to him. And he's the last time you guys talked to him, he was still doing repairs down below, which is where he currently is, as he's still doing minor repairs down below, checking his work.
How's it going?
It's something. It's doing all right. I heard an explosion up above. Please tell me there's not more work to do.
How
We
would
just
you
got a seaworthy.
How would you feel if I told you you could have Johnny to help you?
That's like asking me if I want to take care of a butterfly. All right, fine.
No, it's not
Let's
at all.
see the damage. Let's see the damage.
But can we discuss the first thing is taking care of Johnny is not taking care of a butterfly, because a butterfly is a lot more pretty.
Sorry, it was an insult to the butterfly.
Exactly.
I
Let's
realized
go.
that. Yeah. He walks up with you. Oh, shit. Well, it looks fine, doesn't it? Right, everyone? It looks pretty fine. As he points to a giant black spot on the boat.
I mean, if you think it, we can still set sail and not sink.
Tom, go stand on that. Tom, one of the rowers walks up and is like, "Oh, all right." This big burly man starts walking up. Now, how far until? And he takes a foot near the hole where the black spot begins, and the wood next to it just crumbles and falls, and you see the black spot has turned into mushy wood as it deteriorates and rots, and then falls to the ground below it as he just plummets straight into the hole.
I look down the hole. Mr. Timber.
Fuck you! Oh,
I'll jump down the hole and I'll help him up.
So I take it that the ship is probably not going to be ready to set sail for a bit.
oh no, it's gonna be ready to set sail unless it fucking rains.
Okay. Do
How's the
you
weather
think,
look?
He goes up and
Mr.
checks.
Mr. Timber, I'm following him behind, just ignoring him, annoying him until he talks to me. Mr. Timber, Mr. Timber. Excuse me, Mr. Timber.
The
Mr.
name's
Timber.
Oh, fine. All right. What? What?
Are you not Mr. Timber?
No,
Did we-
my name's Tom.
I thought Mr. Timber was our carpenter. Is he dead? Johnny!
No, the carpenter is up above. You drop down below with Tom to help him up.
Oh. I think I got hit in the head pretty hard in the battle. As you were, Tom. Mr. Timber! Mr. Timber!
Yeah, up here, Adla, up here.
Mr. Timber, hello. Hello,
Yeah.
hello, hello.
Yes.
Greetings, cheerio. Say, do you think we would be able to make it to Solari by the time we could make repairs enough? Think we could make it there, at least, with the ship's damage we have?
Let's just say he looks up and around. With this kind of weather, it's probably gonna keep up soon. We should be fine.
Do we have any tarps we could put over the hole while we work from underneath it? In case it does rain?
I have an idea. And he quickly runs down below. And he takes a step down the stairs, realizes, the second thought, I'm going to need a couple hands. Someone help me. And a few of the crewmates, they all go down. And it takes 1, 2, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The rest of the crew is just kind of standing around. You're in the middle of the gulf as they're down below doing something.
What do you think they're doing?
I hope to God they're fixing the ship.
Oh, by the way, Adla, I want to talk to you about something.
Are you gonna... Never mind. Yeah,
No,
what's up?
I want to know why in the flying fuck you sounded like Two Gun when you were trying to get Timber's attention. Who else would you know?
I hear my name. I hear my
Shut
name.
up. Who else would you know to go instead of saying Timber, Timber? You go Adla, Adla, Adla.
Sorry, am I talking to Two Gun right now or Julian? I can't tell the difference.
Yeah. So that's another thing. How hard did you get hit on the head? Because you're talking like Two Gun and you're thinking like Johnny.
If I told you,
I'm gonna take that as a hit hard.
Can I answer that question later? I really don't know how to answer that right now.
So you got hit pretty hard.
Yes.
Do
I
you
think.
need to go lay down for a bit?
No.
Don't answer me in a question. Just answer me in a statement. Yes or no.
Maybe.
God damn it.
Is there someone up in the crow's nest right now?
No, there's no one up there.
Probably smart. They probably would have died on the way up. I'm gonna head up there, and
You guys start hearing
I forget what I'm supposed to be.
footsteps.
I forget what I'm supposed to be doing up there, but I'm gonna do something. I start going to the crow's nest.
We're all gonna die.
As the footsteps get louder, you hear the grunting and then them trying to push or pull something up, and then slowly but surely the hatch opens up, the main hatch where you guys load and unload stuff. As it just pops open, and you see the spare to one of your sails plop right up and then start unfurling onto the deck of the ship as the rest of the crew finally comes up, closes the hatch, looks at it, and be like, well, this is the only material that we got that would quickly fix the repairs and not use up any more wood, which we do not have any.
I imagine.
Well, I don't need
I
wood.
imagine I get to the top of the crow's nest and I look down like, oh boy, trampoline! I'm about ready to jump off.
No.
I'm pretty sure I don't need wood to repair.
Jump.
All right,
Jump.
let's get
Jump.
to John. Kugan,
Now,
John, both
we
shut
got
up.
this aside. If we cut into this is one of our minor sails. So if it gets destroyed or ruined, we're fucked. We're dead sailed. This is
John-
one of our
sorry.
spells.
Jillian, what's he saying? I can't hear from up here.
Hi, keep an eye out on the water like your job describes.
I think you said there's no cheesecake.
Wait, what's cheesecake?
I will send 2 guns up there, I swear to God.
Is it raining?
No, Julian, there's not supposed to be any guns up in the crow's nest. Dude, learn the layout of the ship, goddammit. Just start looking out the water.
Well, I'm going to
All right,
start ahead and find
Well,
the items I
how
got.
long of a trip normally is it back to the harbor?
With our pace, typically a small boat takes about a week and a half to get back. We took about 2 weeks, added a little bit extra time for a little bit extra things. We could make it back sooner or later. It depends on the weather.
Well, we
Adla,
should
give me a perception check.
Yes,
we
yes.
should hopefully try to save the ripping of the and cutting of the sail for if we need to with the weather. But if it's staying sunny skies, I think we can leave it be for now in case we need it.
All right. Sounds like a good idea. Just a plan. How about in case of emergencies, here, Jets, let's tie this up to the side so at least to easy access, pull it over. And then they start to undo some of the bindings to the mast and start tying the rope mass with the spare and then kind of securing it on the side as well as the sails that you have with the little extra rope that's already supplied.
Sweet.
Adla, what's your perception check?
Well, my good sir. It's an 8, made from a natural 1.
Looking out, you see
Distracted the crew.
the beautiful water around you. There's a couple birds, and something's kind of scratching at the back of your head that you think you noticed something, but it's fine. It should be fine.
Oh, hey, look, a trampoline!
And then you see them furling it up to the side, and then very quickly you realize, oh shit! As you all feel a as the boat kind of shifts like it hit something, and and you notice the waves and the cracking of the water is slowly been pulling your boat out. And you guys are very, very quickly beginning to being pulled out of the bay as the tide begins to retreat.
Oh, we go for a boat ride.
Fuck!
Who would like to take the wheel?
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Where are we
sure, I
gonna
think
take
it
the
would be a
wheel?
good
We gonna
idea.
take it out for pizza?
I yell out,
Take it.
everyone get to your stations! We need to get out of here now!
What was that, Johnny?
I don't think it would be a good idea for me to take the wheel.
Good, get to your goddamn station!
I go to the giant hole and start mending it.
I take out a pipe and I light it and I just kind of sit in the crow's nest, just waiting for us to move.
Captain, Julian, full sail, half sail, or none at all.
Well, here, let me ask Adlar real quick. I blast the bottom of his crow's nest with an Eldritch blast to get his attention.
They're going
feel-
under attack!
What do you
Feel a
say
little-
out there?
Oh, I load the cannons.
I
What?
see a lot of water. And a trampoline.
Roll
Look
another
again!
perception check.
I just stay here and polish my cannons.
Oh my god. Much better. Say, 17.
17. All right. You notice that was the first little bit of the rocks. Not really that big. You guys could have easily maneuvered around it, but you are noticing that in about a couple minutes you are starting to get into the thicket of the rocks. You guys could turn around right now still, or you could go forward, but probably would not be a good idea to go full sail unless you just want to skid on top of all the rocks.
Hold up. There's some rocks ahead. We probably don't want to go over there. Probably would like to turn around.
And head back to the island?
Julian, you don't go back to island.
Well, I
You
mean,
don't go back to island.
maybe turn around and then find a different way out. I don't think we want to go through these rocks with the amount of damage we've taken.
Is there another way out, Chase?
To your recollection, it is a bay with a closed off, except for one exit. You guys could potentially hike the boat over land if you would like to.
What?
No.
Oh, we barely survive island. We not drag a boat across land and skeleton and dead frog things and gorilla monkeyness and.
Why don't we just go out the way that we came in? Is that so
We-
hard to do?
That's
Right,
through the
we-
rocks.
Oh, we came in. We came in through rocks.
Wait, the way we came in was the rocks?
Yeah, don't you remember? Whitebeard crashed our goddamn ship and damaged it.
Right. So let's go that way, but let's pay attention to the reef this time, okay?
All right. I just yell, half mast! I only need all the magic users who can control water on the sides of the boat. You're gonna be pushing us through.
Hey,
Aye,
Captain, I'll be
Captain.
right there. Oh wait.
A couple of the mages look around like, oh shit, and only one of them goes to the back of the boat and looks around like, the only one, Julian, that can use water magic.
Well, it looks like I want you at the front of the boat, and you're gonna try to steer us as quickly as you can if I can't stay out of the way in time.
Got it. And he goes up to the front. The other ones are going around trying to keep up the protection wards that the boat has, its natural kind of defense mechanism against this kind of stuff. Pretty much the only reason why you guys were able to go through this was such a large ship. But still, magic has its limitations. However, Julian, I need you to start making your intelligence checks to try and make your way through, and do them with advantage if Adla is doing his role right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be yelling, Adlar, you're my eyes. Keep looking out. Tell me which way to turn.
It's straight right now, Julian. God damn, use your fucking eyes. Oh, I'm your eyes. God damn it. Use me, Julian. I'm your eyes. Straight ahead.
With that advantage.
Not
That
the
gives
first-
me advantage.
Yes.
Am I rolling for perception on this as well, or was
No,
that the last
it was your
roll?
previous perception.
Okay.
Not the first time I
Natural
hear
20.
Adler say "use me."
Natural 20.
You
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
flowing the boats. Adler notices very quickly a couple rocks here and there to kind of avoid, and you very quickly adjust. It's almost like doing this and making love to a lover to you. Like
Julian!
this is natural, and this feels like you're back home, and almost a smile kind of pops up onto your face as like good memories kind of pop in as you're back at the head of the wheel.
Julian! Watch out for the pointy bits!
The pointy
Right over
bitch,
there.
you mean a fucking
Go
rock?
ahead, Adler, roll
That
another
thing.
check. Roll another perception check.
Okay, we'll be rolling here. Perception, please roll good, baby. Please roll good. Please roll
Julian, you need me to shoot at something? I shoot at rocks.
No!
Okay, man, don't shout.
good. Julian! There's no more rocks, trust me. No more
Alright.
rocks at all.
I'm going to. I'm gonna. I look up.
Oh.
I go from looking up to looking at the mage in the front. What do you say?
Rocks, I see rocks.
He looks up.
Hey, look, a trampoline.
Captain, I just see white water, rocks. I think you're good. As he says that, the boat. Go ahead, roll your check with disadvantage since you have. Yep.
There's no rocks on the
Nobody.
trampoline.
This
That's
guy
not-
rolled a nat 1.
That's not bad.
My God.
That's not bad actually. That's a 16 with disadvantage.
Nice.
You literally skid to the side of the boat, lean your head out, and very quickly realize they've been lying to you because all they saw was no way around this. And you are like, oh, and you dodge out of the way out of the biggest chunk of rocks, but you're just not quick enough and you don't have enough help. And the mage doesn't have the power or level that he needs to be able to avoid these miniature rocks. So you're still going to take some damage to the hull. Does someone have the HP of the ship?
Ooh, I do. Hold on. I gotta get my note here.
God.
Oh,
Okay,
Johnny,
got it.
Johnny, you're gonna be busy.
Right
Oh,
now,
I
it is
figured.
only 3 piercing damage right now. As the whole,
Just
so-
3 from that? Okay,
yeah,
not
just
bad.
3 as the hole gets kind of scraped with minor scrapes down below.
Got
It's
it.
not
Okay.
too bad.
Dear
However,
God,
Hi.
I need you to put 2 cannons at the front of the ship. You see a big rock like that again, you blast it to hell.
Oh, I like doing that. I load up credits. I put hot load.
strength check as you literally try and carry a cannon with someone else as they both help and try and lift a cannon up to the front.
Oh, strength. That's natural 25 plus my strength check is 7.
7. You
Johnny!
Try- lift and move, and you're just like, this is metal. Its wheels are front and back. Trying to lift this thing. You look at the hatch that's up above where these things came out of. You try and move it, and your muscles just give out. And the person trying to help you can't compensate for that sheer amount of weight. And you
Oh.
just look at each other, and he nods. He looks up. Already done, Captain. All good.
Can I have a little insight on that?
Yes, you can.
Oh, I got bad feeling.
This is great, guys. We're not gonna fucking make it out of the island. Oh my God.
21. It's a 21 to insight.
Oh, Julian.
You have a hint that something is awry, but you're quickly brought back to the present as Adler. Roll another perception check.
I go stand about and spit on rock.
God damn it! Who captained this ship before and doesn't have fucking cannons on the top?
Yeah, much better. It's gonna be an 18. Perception.
18. You look around, and for a split second, you're like, no, we're clear. And then you remember, oh, these rocks were deep and dangerous and jagged. And you take a second closer look, and you spot one or two, but you know there's a lot more. And you help guide Julian a little bit out of that way. I'll give you a +3 instead of advantage. Go ahead and
Oh,
roll.
good. 'Cause I'm rolling with
Julian,
I'm rolling
the
with a
rocks
+0.
up ahead are deep. I remember the deep. So pay attention to what I say, all right? It's very important.
19.
19. Moving around, moving through, you guys feel a slight scrape as you guys notice that you hit a deep one, but barely, as you take an additional 4 damage as it just scrapes barely on the bottom, and you hear this wood splintering kind of sound below. But it's not too bad, and it's only for a brief period of time before it passes. You look around, you're good. And then it's the next set of rocks.
All
There's
right.
no gun at the front of your ship.
Two-gun, I don't see a goddamn cannon up here!
Oh, about that. You can laugh when you hear this.
I'm about to use you as the goddamn cannonball!
Oh, there's cannonball on beach.
I point to a random crew member. You, go down there, help him get the cannon out, or punch him in the face. I don't care which one you do.
Yes, it'll start running down. Adler,
alright.
one more
Maybe
perception
we should
check.
bring tank.
All right, Julian, we've passed that set of rocks. Looks like we've got some more up ahead. Be ready on the wheel.
All right.
Julian, I got idea. What if we take and push all cannons to the back, making the front go up, and then after we get past the rock, we push all the cannons to the front and make the back end go up, and we just slip right over deep rocks.
Jim.
Or we could use it as a jump. Just go straight over.
Punch them both.
Oh, I think that's a great
Adler,
idea.
what's your perception check?
25.
Oh.
Anyone else, or even you beforehand, didn't see this, but there's a slight kind of rhythm to these edges, to these jagged, broken rocks. And you can very easily start to tell the way out on this one. Julian, you're not going to have to find roll with advantage or disadvantage, as Adlar is very easily able to point out the exact rocks for they're big enough to where you can easily go through.
Hey, two-gun. Oh, wait. Two-gun.
Aye.
Hey, play me a nice melody. I'm getting the feels up here for a good rhythm.
Oh, good rhythm. Let's see. I know what about Sally Brown.
Chase, please, for the love of God, tell me right when he starts singing, someone just decks him in the jaw.
And then we go into
Down.
town and spend all our money on Sally Brown.
Just all of a sudden walk down. Sorry, two-gun. Bam! You actually do take a 1 point of damage as you get decked in the face.
Oh, Johnny.
And then he turns right around and books right back up.
Thank you.
Adlar, as this tuning stops, you look up ahead. These are the big, jagged rocks. These are the ones that are very easily seen, but if you hit them, they're going to hurt. Go ahead and roll.
Did he have enough music to give me inspiration on that, or did he get punched in the face too soon?
He literally got punched in the face the moment, like a couple seconds after he started.
Thanks, Julian.
I didn't punch him.
You ordered the
Told
punch.
someone to punch him. God damn it. Another perception check.
Yes.
Oh,
All
when I
right.
wake up, I have a good song.
You are awake.
You took 1 point of damage.
Because I have good inspiration song for Adlar. Adlar to Gungary, we sail together on the open sea. I inspire him and he show the way, 'cause Adlar to Gungary.
That's actually pretty good. Like,
You give him inspiration for that, like for fuck's sake.
He starts singing that after he gets punched in the face.
yeah.
Oh, I just remember that.
It jogged his memory.
It jogged his
I
memory.
Two Gun,
I
are
had to
you
have
gonna
it
give
Punched
him?
his memory.
Are you gonna give him inspiration?
Oh yeah, I give you inspiration.
Yeah,
Go
Use
ahead.
your
I
inspiration.
feel
Don't sing, stop
inspired,
singing.
but
Ooh.
I don't even need to use inspiration on this one. But I'll hold on to it. Is it a D6 or a D8?
D6.
D6.
D6?
Okay.
Ooh,
I'm
that'd be-
gonna hold on to it because I don't need it because
Okay.
my roll was a 26.
I give you 5.
Looking at the rocks.
No, I roll it. I roll it, Dave. I just have I
perfect.
have it so I can use it when I need to.
But you can only roll better than 5, then you can use it. Otherwise, you use mine. I will
Got it.
inspire you. I can
got it.
inspire you to use my dice.
That's exactly how it works. Got it.
That's totally not how it works.
So that would make
Yeah.
it 31. No, don't.
So, looking at the rocks, you see another way of making it out. You actually point out where your ship got hit beforehand on your way out of here. However, it's still large and they're still frequent. Julian, you do have advantage on this.
Thank
I'll
Alright.
lower the DC.
Thank
Julian.
God, because that was a 4 on the first one.
Julian, we've got rocks up ahead. You might want to take a little bit of a slight left.
That is an 18.
Nice.
18. Going through, you miss a majority of the rocks. Still a majority. There's a few here and there that you hear the scrape, but not the splintering of wood as they tickle the grains of wood that are on the outside, but nothing quite as much to do damage. And you see open waters as the rocks begin to fade behind you and the ship begins to move forward. You has moved out of the jaws of the island.
Julian,
Yeah.
I think we've made it past the worst. It's open seas from here, as far as I can see.
Thank God.
What's the ship's status? How'd we do?
You hear gunshots as moving around the corner. You get hit for 14,
What?
20 damage as 3 giant cannon shots fire into the side of your boat as you see the galleon, the royal galleon, was sitting on the side of the entrance, waiting, docked on the side, fired immediately as
Wait.
you guys just exited the entrance.
I didn't say that with a 26 perception.
No, because
Jesus
they were
Christ.
literally right on the side. You were focusing on the exit, and they blended
I
it
guess
in.
I guess as they fire, I say, incoming!
And you guys get hit with the side. Luckily for all of you, they are still attached very much to the island. So it's more just like set up just to do one volley, hoping it does enough damage to cripple you guys. What do you do?
Julian, we need full sails now!
Full sails! Full sails! 2 gun! Prepare the guns to fire!
You very much hear the guns on their ship just preparing another shot of volleys from their side.
Alright.
Hold on, I apologize. How much damage did we take from the cannonballs?
You took 20 damage, as only
20 damage,
a
okay.
few of them actually had the range to hit you. There are back 5 of them.
Okay,
How
perfect.
As
far
they're
away are
actually-
they?
Got it.
They are, if I check the cannonballs, they are a little bit outside of they're on the cusp. They're literally 200 feet, which is just within the range of a couple of your cannonballs. And then the rest of the ship gets a little bit harder to hit.
So if our cannons fired right now, would we possibly be able to hit them?
Yes, you could. A majority of your cannons would have disadvantage. Only one of your cannons wouldn't.
Would I be able to see that from up here? Would I be able to gauge the distance?
Possibly, yeah.
Just give me the sign,
Yeah.
you know.
Say, Julian, I don't know how many cannonballs we have. Let's not use it if we don't have to. They're barely in range. I don't want to make any chances right now.
You see another volley begin to get fired.
We should just focus on getting the ship out of here and out of range.
Oh, we
Not
need
trying to
full
fight
sails.
this.
We need full sails.
As you see, one of the cannons actually misfires, damaging their ship severely. I need to roll damage. Give me a second. Yeah, severely, as the cannon blows up and you see fire and smoke as no other cannons fire off after that. As the second cannon that fired, the first one completely missing, the second one blows up in smoke, and they seem very preoccupied on trying to quell that danger.
Full sails! Let's get the hell out of here!
We got an advantage. We can get out now.
Please tell me the crew listens and does full sails so we can get the flying fuck out of here.
Everyone is on full alert. Everyone's going up, pulling up full sails. The ship, you all feel in a very physical lurch as the ship moves with speed. But not only that, you also see a majority of your crew disappears, and down below, you hear, "Oars at the ready! Heave! Ho!" As the oars
And
from
you
the
down
ship
that.
just start pushing, and you see the ship slowly gaining even more speed as you are oared and sailed out as your ship starts gaining the speed that it is very accustomed to doing.
Oh, our coxswain do a great job.
Allah,
Yeah, Julian, what's up?
I think I need a drink.
Adler,
What,
Adler,
Tugon?
I think you forget to check for traps.
Go take a crap on the deck.
Oh, that boaty sneak up on us.
The poop deck. Julian, we get out of here alive. I'll buy you a drink myself.
Sounds great to me.
I just want
Focus
to
on
shoot
the
somebody
ship.
in the face.
I've got the view from up here.
All right. I have one of the crewmen come up and like, hey, do you know how to steer the ship?
He nods as he's one of the helpers. Each one of you has like a helper, so you don't have to like stand 24/7 at your posts. So you can kind of choose the time on when you want to. You guys have two helpers. So one possibly for either morning or evening, and then one for the night, if you would like.
So I'm like, great, take the wheel.
Would I
He
be?
nods and
Can I want to try and gauge, which way the breeze is going, which way the wind is going, and I hope we can get the sails in that direction.
Go ahead and roll a nature check on that one.
It's nature, not perception.
It would be a nature check on this, or
Maybe survival.
Survival, maybe?
survival. That would be a
Survival?
better
Okay.
choice.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage because there's quite a few people like trying to figure this out at the same time. It'll just be a competition on who gets it first.
Okay.
Can I walk outside, lick my finger, and put it in the air?
You lick your finger, put it in the air, and you sit.
Okay. I use my inspiration on this as well because I only have like 10 minutes of it, so might as well. I rolled with everything put together. Total is a 22.
Ooh,
22.
nice.
Well, that's pretty good. You notice the winds are blowing from the east to the west, which luckily is in your favor. And last time they were blowing against you. So this time you'll be picked up a little bit. But you also notice with that kind of a roll, there's a little bit of moistness to the air. The air seems to get a little bit more moist. And from what you recall, that's typically in around rain or hurricane type
Got it. Okay.
feel beforehand.
Okay.
It would be about a day or two out.
Got it. Julian,
Yeah.
let's move the sails a little bit more to the west. Seems like the wind's hitting it just right, just like we need to. Also, inform the crew there could be rain in the next day or so. I'm feeling a little bit of moisture up here.
Got it. All right, guys, you heard him. Move the sails to the west. Johnny, come with me.
As
Okey-dokey.
as the sails start to get adjusted to the correct angle to gather up the wind, the boat lurches again as it picks up even more speed, and the rowing goes into
Outlaw.
a steady pace.
Yeah, Julian.
I'm gonna be taking Johnny on down to see how bad the damage is. Take over from me up here.
Hey, find someone to take my spot then. I'm not leaving this yet. We're not out.
Where's your helpers at?
I don't fucking know. I've been up here the last 20 minutes.
Adla, you see everything up there. You find your PA.
Here we go. Quiet.
Arr.
Did
Ow.
you just growl at me?
I'll slide on down the ladder and take the helmsman spot on the wheel.
You can send him up.
He looks over. All right. He kind of lets you take the wheel.
Julian's orders.
I take Johnny down and I find Mr. Timber.
I follow.
Do we see Timber?
Timber is actually on the second deck, the kind of
Okay.
middle deck that you guys have, where a lot of the rowers tend to be, that kind of spot right down below. He is on the gunship level. And as you see, there's actually a couple holes where they very closely got to exploding one of the cannons. And he is looking at the damages, looking at the holes, and making assessments and repairs accordingly.
Mr. Timber,
Yes. What's up?
how bad is it right now?
Well, obviously we can't take more of that, but quite frankly, she's doing fine. There's not quite a lot of damage, and I already checked below. We only got a few scrapes and bruises. Very quickly fixed all that.
DM.
If Johnny could go down and mend a couple things, I would probably fix it. I guess.
I had written on here the ship HP at its max.
Mm-hmm.
What was our ship at when we started?
Your ship had just gone repaired to full.
So it was full.
Yes.
Isn't that
Okay.
400?
Okay. So yeah, it was 400. We took like less than 30 damage.
Good.
So we're looking okay right now.
Johnny,
I
can
just
you go
wanna
down
make
to
sure.
can you go down and start mending some of the scratches on there?
Who was the guy who was
Look
on the wheel?
around and I see holes in the wall, and I go, "All right, but give me a sec." And I run up to my room, grab my chamber pot. And I was like, "I almost forgot to empty this," and I throw it out. I dump it out all the hole.
As you go up to your chamber pot and dump it, you notice it's empty.
Oh.
Put it
I like
back,
where
and then I go back down.
I like where your head's at. No.
Who was the guy who was on the wheel before? With Julian?
It was Julian's help, William.
William,
Yes. Yes.
you're a
yes.
young, perceptive lad.
Yes.
Have you had any experience with being a barrowman?
Not particularly.
Do you know anyone who has? Or if not, would you like to learn?
Yeah, absolutely. This is about only in my 10th journey range, so any kind of help would help.
Right. Tugan.
I
Come take the wheel.
okay. I just finished doing cannons. I put cannons away there. I'll tie down. They won't roll away.
I don't care. Just please take the wheel. I need to train somebody.
Oh, loose cannon bad. But
William.
I'll be right there.
William, follow me. Now we get to the
Alright.
we get to the rope. William, pay very much attention because this has already killed 2 people already.
You killed
You
my
see-
helper, I swear to God.
Well,
Okay,
make
William,
coffee.
you see this rope, right? It looks normal, right?
Yeah.
Take a look at the first 3.
That one.
20.
Natural 20. He notices that there's an oil slick that is covered up by the dampness of the water.
Oh,
It's to prevent people who are not supposed to be going up there. So,
okay.
when you go on, make sure you grab the fourth rung with your hand. Not the third, the fourth. And make sure you have a good grip on it because your feet will probably slip. Like so. And I show him how I grab it. And I get my foot on the easiest one for me, which probably would be the first one because it's closest to the ground. And instead of using my feet to push me up higher, I use my upper body strength to climb up the rope with my hands, and then once I get to the 4th ladder rung with my feet, then I'll start to climb with my feet.
Okay.
And then when I get to the
And-
top and say, now it's your turn, William! Don't fuck up or Julian will have both of our heads!
Alright. He has advantage on doing this. Not bad. Not a nat 1.
On that too.
So you look, he looks kind of nervous. He puts his hands on the 4th, and kind of pulls. And what you see, the struggle for him is the upper body strength. He's just not built for this, but with a quite a bit of effort, he does pull himself up and grab the 5th one, the 6th one. By the 8th one, he finally gets his feet up and then starts climbing, and he's able to climb up to the top.
I did it.
Adlai, you be careful. As you step on bottom rung, you track onto the 4th one and the 5th one.
I can't hear you because you're on the wheel and I don't care. William, good work.
Arr.
That'll grow some hair on your chest.
Thanks.
But
Oh, don't make me show
and
you my hair.
I look at him when he climbs up, and I get close to him, and I'm going to grab him or push him, and I look him in the eyes and I say, and if you tell anybody, you're not gonna live. And I give him a slight push as if he's going to fall off, but not enough to make him fall. And I'm ready
Okay.
to catch him if he does fall. I'm ready to catch him.
All right, I'll see. No, he's able to maintain his grip. Roll intimidation check.
Would I get advantage because his like
You just almost pushed
yeah,
him off.
yeah. Like I'll push him kind of like into the side of it so he'll hit like the railing, but he doesn't know it's there. So intimidation and there it is. So
it
I rolled
also helps that people have died.
I rolled an 18 and a 19, so that makes it a 21.
He nods, and you can see the sweat kind of bead down the side of his face as he takes it in. Yep, don't, not assault. Right.
Good. So, shall we get to the lesson then? And I'll show him.
That wasn't it. And then you start to show him.
I'll show him kind of like what I do when I perceive, kind of look out for landmarks. For me, obviously, I can see better in the water because I've been trained in the water. But just the basics of what he needs to know, and maybe a few tips and tricks here on kind of
Go ahead and
What it's done.
roll an intelligence check on this one. This will be kind of like a teaching moment.
Okay.
You'll be allowed to add kind of like your proficiency to this because you're trying to teach someone something that you know.
So
that's
it's
how I think it would make
basically
sense.
just like it's like a barrelman check
Yeah,
in its own way. So it's a D20 plus my proficiency, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
your intelligence, unless your intelligence is 0.
I mean, I have +2 to my intelligence, so it'd be
so
a
there you go.
+5 to my roll then.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. So 1d20, roll
Mhm.
that. Okay. And I don't get advantage, it's a straight roll, right?
Yeah, it's a straight roll.
Okay, that's gonna be 13.
13. You teach
I don't
him.
go into full detail of how it's done because I want to be the one that does it, but that show the basics.
He seems to kind of pick up a little bit of the basics. Probably not able to do it even basic level style, even close to what you do. But if he was asked to go up and check, he could do the very basic things.
And I'll pat on the back and I say, "You've got next shift. Good luck." And before I turn around, I'm gonna let her say, "Oh, and remember." I do 3, signaling the last 3 rungs for him so he doesn't forget when he's on his way down. And I just go.
Oh, fuck.
Chase, I want to come back up after I deal with the last stuff.
And I go back on. I can say,
Go
Tugan,
ahead.
go back downstairs. I got the wheel. And I do it as if nothing's happened.
Oh, you're kind of bossy.
Do I run into
Go.
Two Gun?
Two Gun, are you heading back down?
I am heading back down.
Then you both kind of meet up with each other as you kind of finish talking with Timba.
Ah, Two Gun. Just the man I wanted to see.
You never said that in your life.
Never thought I would. So I realized how shockingly terrible our entire crew is at cannons. When I asked them to load the cannons and they almost blew this ship to Kingdom Come. If you possibly could you take a couple of our crew members and teach them how to do this correctly so we don't all die?
I can do that. I could teach her. I could teach her.
I hope you are. And I will walk back up, look at Adlar, and wonder why the hell he's driving the ship.
I'm smoking my pipe as well. Just
Where's William?
crow's nest.
Oh man, he was about to get a nat 20 if I rolled the other one, but nope, that's a 5 for perception. All clear, Adla. All clear.
Have some gumption, boy.
All clear.
How is he still alive? He sounds like a fucking pussy. I guess I'll make my wheel check. I guess I don't know. What am I rolling for this?
Intelligence, and you get nothing else.
My touch is +0 and I got us through, so I'm happy.
16.
There you go.
16. Kind of remembering the direction that you need to go, the island was. You feel like you're still heading in the right direction.
I'll use my navigational skills on this one. I'm not gonna listen to William. I'm gonna make it seem like I'm listening, but I'm really not.
I'll do my. Hey, William!
Yeah.
All right. I want you to look behind us to make sure nothing's following us.
Okay.
And I will go to the back of the ship and look as
Oh.
well to see if I can test how he does.
He actually looks back. You can see that, right? And as he points out, you see a fleet, not just one, not just two, but a fleet of Empire ships fast approaching.
All right. All right.
Let's get the cannons. What?
William, switch positions with me, please.
A slow fog begins to rise up from the ocean as you guys start to swap, get into spots, and you see the ships are very quickly, scarily so, catching up to you. And Adler, as you just get up and look to the front of the ship, it's still open water, but you're surrounded by fog, and the fog seems to be coming out of the Empire ships as they seem to be getting closer and closer and closer, still just reaching the 800 feet away from you guys, just at cannon range, barely, for the disadvantage.
Jillian,
Yeah.
go talk to Two Gun. See how many cannonballs we have. We might have to fight.
This is gonna be great. Two Gun!
Hey,
How many cannonballs we got?
how many cannonballs do we have? I
Not
feel
enough.
like we had a lot.
You have enough for about 50 volleys on each side.
So 100 cannonballs?
So 100 cannonballs. That's correct.
We have one cannon on each side.
No,
No,
you guys
we
have
have
five
cannons on each
five
side.
cannons on each side. So you have about 100 until you guys run out of cannonballs.
All right,
What?
get them ready, Two Gun.
10 shots on each side.
5 on each side. We have 10 cannons total, 5 on each side.
Get ready to
So
fight,
we
Two
would
Gun.
have 500 cannonballs then, not 100.
Oh,
No,
right,
he said
right.
50 each side, which makes it 100.
He said 50 volleys.
Right.
Volley is all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it'd be quite a lot more. So
Yes.
he's right. It would be 500.
I'm gonna calculate that just for me personally.
Or would it be
A
Yeah,
number higher
500.
than number higher than 3. I don't want to count any higher than that.
okay, Johnny?
So that would be about 500 cannonballs then.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Okay. I just want to do the math for myself, so okay.
I mean, I was gonna let you guys have less cannonballs, but that was fine.
So we have 5 cannons on each side
Mm-hmm.
and 500 cannonballs.
Mm-hmm.
Rough.
But don't worry, I can only count to -4.
That's fair.
Right. Okay.
How many ships are there?
How many ships are there? I'm looking.
From eyesight from the left to the right, looking behind you, all you see is a sea of blue on blue. These royal blue ships with purple flags, golden embroidered sides. These are like high class. Go ahead and roll a history check, actually.
Who?
You, since you're looking at them.
I'm rolling a history check. Alrighty.
Oh, thank God I don't have to.
Oh, I wanted to.
Please roll good. That's great. 4.
4. These are Empire ships. You have no idea where the heck they came from. No idea how. There's a lot. Go ahead and roll a perception check just to get an estimate amount.
Do you want me to roll history too, or no? Because I'm looking back at them.
You are currently sailing the ship forward. If you would like to roll a disadvantage
History?
at trying to sail, yeah, disadvantage on history because you're trying to quick glance.
I rolled 2 16s. So 16.
Looking back, looking at the flag, you look back like twice and you're like, that's not right. That's not right. You look back, something's off about the flag. The flag is the same, but older, but newer. The flags are new, but the actual symbols and the colors and the actual iconography of the ships are older. And you have no idea. These look like Empire ships, but from hundreds of years ago.
I lied.
Mom. My perception was a 22, by the way.
You notice the ships behind, but then looking ahead, you see a gleam of a couple things rising up onto the ocean, and you see something big, about as big as your ship, heading in your direction. And it's getting bigger and
Right.
bigger and bigger.
Julian, what is it?
The ships, they're not correct with the new empire. About
What do you mean?
from what they look like they're about 100 years old.
Off-putting? Well, I've got even more bad news for you.
Oh, great.
Ahead of us, we've got something big, like our ship big, and it seems to be coming right for us. You can't see any way out of this fog. I don't know what the fuck to do. Need some help up here, something.
Right next to you, a man in a royal blue, purple, with golden trimmed clothing looks out and goes, "Pirates aho!" as he is standing right next to you looking up with binoculars. As you very quickly realize, Julian, right next to you, a man in full golden, full purple with a brimmed hat standing off right next to you looks up and goes, "Full sail ahead! We're gonna kill these scallywags, and they're gonna go down into the depths where they belong." And that is where we're going to pause it for our 30-minute break. See you guys in a little bit.
Jesus
One.
fuck.
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. The smoke has come up to your knee height on everyone's level. It seems to be rolling over the ship, kind of staying on each level the same height. And the smoke seems to bellow out of the ship back onto the sea. As you guys look around, there are men rushing around, tying the knots. The best crew you've honestly ever seen in your life. There are mages casting control water, making the ship move faster and faster. And there's more at the front, readying fireballs. There's some all around the ship casting spells. And you see the captain looking up ahead, turn to you confused, just now noticing you, Julian. As his head cocks to the side, confused. What the? As the ship gets blasted off to the side, and you all shake, getting to your ground. Coming into view, Julian, you see up ahead, as Adler, you are looking down, this giant, massive behemoth of a ship rise up. It has a giant megalodon teeth up on the front of the ship, put so that way it could ram into any ship. Its ship is built around the side to look like a giant shark, ready to devour ships. Razor edge sized fins on the side. This ship is massive, deadly, and dangerous. Its sails black, and a very well-known pirate flag that you all are well aware of. That is your national pirate flag, but very slightly different. It's very similar, but the slight difference is what's terrifying. The one thing added, the hat on top of the skull. The only ship that was allowed to have that, the Pirate King himself. As you'll see a ship your size bringing up over the wave, crashing into the side of your ship, you see pirates, just as many as your own, if not more, and a man standing with this black coat and you see these corals on the side of his coat, almost like he was underneath the water for years. His hat is brimmed like a coral reef, and all around, all of that is bejeweled with gold, looking like all of these corals were dug from the bottom of the ocean, put on his clothing, and then sparkled and colored with gold. His armor looks seaworthy, but also very noble. The richest person you've ever seen pirate-wise, as you see on the deck of his ship, litter gold. Just gold coins, platinum, silver, nothing even lower than silver. And even that is rare, for giant gems of rubies, sapphires, diamonds litter the deck of his ship as they pour off into the ocean, as crew members are running on top of them, not even caring about the wealth they are letting fall into the ocean. And as the ship lurches and slams into the side of you, you all lurching back, falling to the ground. Damn it! And it all disappears.
The fuck was that?
As the ship is creaking, groaning, moving, and you all reappear one more time. The ship is now scraping the side, and you all hear the audible splintering of the ship's wood as the giant blade comes close to splitting you in half. The confusion on everyone's faces, on the captains, on the nobles, but the pirates, they don't care. They're laughing and giggling in absolute harmony to see their enemies get distracted. And then back again. You see the damage of the ship still remains. This gaping wound at the front as the ship has almost caved into itself. Massive damage to it. The scraping on the side. You all appear one more time. The crew running around frantic, looking up. Guns start to get pulled out, and they disappear one more time. Except for a couple of them remained. Looking around, a few of them look at the sheer number of you, and about 6 of them remained. Looking around, they begin to try and pull out their guns and fire, but your men were too quick, and there's far too many. And they get gunned down and fall off to the side of the boat, and you see their royal attire float into the ocean.
What the fuck?
Anybody got idea what's going on?
I'm not going insane. You saw this shit, right?
I don't know what the fuck I just saw, but they just saved their fucking ass.
Rushing up to the deck. We need repairs right away. That Johnny, holy shit. Johnny, what the? As he looks down, there is a sword rune through him as Lumba has a giant gaping bloody wound that has been seeping down as he just now notices fucking Imperial best as he just plummets to the ground.
Oh, I
dead,
can't spare the
cold.
dying. Fuck.
How much damage did our ship take from that?
Your ship is about to take already took in your period of time, but it takes
Does anyone have a diamond worth 300 GP?
21.
There
Asking
was
for
on
a
that
friend.
one ship.
So far, 21 from the initial hit.
21.
21 damage from the initial hit.
Okay.
16 from the blade. 16 plus 11. 27 additional damage from the razor blade scraping to the side of the ship. You all are also noticing a few of the members have numerous gunshot wounds, stab wounds. Not all of them, but some of them. And it looks like the crew is in disarray. Down below, it seems like there was possible fighting for the split seconds when they were seeing each other. And up above, but you have no idea what the hell just happened.
What do I see now to this mayhem?
You see nothing around you. Nothing around you. The island is far behind you, to the point where you can't even see it on the horizon. The Empire ship nowhere to be seen, and just chaos as people are running around trying to bandage each other up and trying to figure out what in the world just happened to them.
How's
There's
the
no more
fog?
ships following us?
There's no fog.
No fog, no ships.
No fog, no ships.
Julian. Julian!
What?
You're not gonna believe this. There's nothing.
Nothing?
There's no ships. No fog. It's as if it didn't even fucking happen. Who the
As you're-
fuck was that?
As you're looking down towards him and towards the ocean, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Johnny,
Oh, what can I do for you?
I need you to go down and get a group of people to start repairing the ship and get another group of people, anyone who's not injured, to start helping the injured. Bandage them up, get them ready to go. Just fix up any wound you can.
Okay, I could probably help a bit with before I start repairing. I could probably help out a few people who might be good with helping out others.
Good, just try to get a team down at least to start repairing the ship.
Okay. So
Julian, I'll set to shoot, but there's nobody left to shoot at.
Johnny, as you actually go down below, the next deck down, fairly good, fairly decent where Two Gun was, but right below him where the blades had just sliced in and a majority of the damage was, a majority of the crew that was in there rowing the boat, major damage. You have about 5 of your oars just destroyed, and a majority of the crew down there in mayhem as they're trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Why was there a blade that just came right in? Why was there double the amount of people? And then you have about 10 members wounded, about 3 dead.
Okay.
As they were just completely sliced from the initial impact.
okay.
My that perception was a modified 20.
Looking down in all of this, you notice 2 giant yellow eyes peering up from the back of the boat, looking straight at Julian. Like, I'm talking massive.
And I can see it's looking at Julian.
Yeah, very clearly. They're very pointed, like the light slowly come, like you looking at the light, looking at the eyes, looking at Julian. The light literally is from the eyes going towards Julian's direction, at the very least.
Take a mental note of that.
Are we talking like
What was that?
a person? Are we talking like eyes on a giant squid or eyes from like a person?
Eyes, like bright,
Like a giant
squid eyes.
monstrous sea creature eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
You start
Outlaw,
to
is there anything
see
else around?
hands being brought up, massive, titan-sized hands starting to come up closer and closer to the water, to breaching it, and giant tendrils start to snake up the side of the boat.
Is this something I can aim my guns at?
Julian,
Yeah. What's up?
are you friends with the giant yellow-eyed sea monster with tentacles and giant-ass hands?
Oh yeah, him and I have tea every Tuesday. Why do you ask?
Oh, well, seeing I think it's Tuesday and he's ready for tea about now.
What?
Look. And I point to where it's at.
I
It's
go over and
right. You look right over the back of the boat, and you see this massive creature with giant yellow eyes, and the head is huge, and it comes into like a squid face as the tendrils are coming up from its mouth to kind of caress the back of the ship. You see hands coming up the side of the boat, just grabs the boat, and the boat lurches and stops. And you see the tendrils rise, and this figure slowly get almost like pulling himself out of the water, rising about 5, 10, 15,
I wasn't
30,
serious, by the way.
60, 120 feet. This massive behemoth rises up, using your boat to pull itself out of the water. You see these giant bat-like wings unfurl from the back, and you hear an ungodly scream come from its mouth. Everyone, quick, make a wisdom saving throw.
Jesus.
Oh.
Fucking
think it's Darcy.
Christ.
¿Dónde está mi dice?
You said wisdom?
Yes,
Oh baby, that's a
Oh,
23.
baby. That's a 27.
27. Okay, too good.
That's a 2.
Adlon.
15.
Not bad.
Everyone but Johnny fails, as you all fall immediately in fear. Julian, you feel your will come up inside, but then your heart as
Think-
something doesn't feel right.
Johnny's too dumb to realize he should be
Looking
scared.
looking at this creature, it does not, something is not right, and whatever that is what you're scared of, not the beast, but whatever it is that's behind those eyes making this image. This is not who it's pretending to be. That is the fear that wells up inside of you. Johnny, looking around, doing his normal stuff, as he's actually down deep below the boat, and he feels this shiver come up his spine, and ooh, lollipop, as he keeps on repairing the boat, because he's a good boy, and he keeps on doing it. None the wiser, as the rest of you freeze, paralyzed, as this creature comes up and looms over the boat, looking until it comes straight to look into Julian, and you panic as it moves on from you. And it moves on to the next person. And then it almost like it's looking for something. And then it climbs on top of the boat, moving, looking, giant yellow eyes peering into the side of the boat as it's looking, and it starts to rip the boat in half as it's trying to look into the lower layers. As it rips and rips, the whole crew begins to turn sideways as your ship is being split into 2. All of you need to make dexterity saving throws.
I like that
But
book.
we're paralyzed, so we can't.
You are now no longer paralyzed, as you were snapped out of it from immediately being brought. You weren't able to do anything beforehand, but you are immediately falling, and that falling, you are not currently looking at the creature.
Dexterity saving?
Yep, for everyone but Johnny. Johnny,
Oh,
you are
okay,
currently
thank
below
God.
the boat.
Johnny, why am I tipping backwards?
Ooh, must be nap time.
Adlar?
I got 24.
24. You hold on, and you dash up to the side, and you lean against the nest in just the right way, so that way the weight is holding you against falling into the ocean for you start to see tendrils and mouths coming around the boat of your ship as many mouths and tendrils start to wrap up, and you see a sea of them out all around you. Two gun.
23.
23. You grab a hold of the side of the boat as even the gunship portion is ripped up, and you are just the layer that he was looking right below you, and you grab a port of a cannon and rip yourself, and now you're holding onto the very edge on where a gun, your cannon should be. The hole that it comes out of the boat, you are literally holding yourself into that hole.
Can I
trying
fire
to
that
keep
gun?
yourself. Oh no, it's falling back down. It's literally sliding down
Okay.
as the boat is now leaning. Julian, what's yours?
8.
You fall right off to the side, try and grab the railing and miss, and very quickly realize tendrils wrap around you and warmth engulfs you, and you are sucked down below.
I take a deep breath before I go. I don't have to. I can stand it all my life now.
How much damage has the ship taken at this point?
Don't want to count. Don't even want to count it now.
Which half?
Don't even want to know.
Which half of the boat?
Welcome to the Titanic without an iceberg.
You all notice it's looking down, looking, and some of you see it locks eyes onto something and start to move in, and then everything disappears. The ship is back to the moment where it was slightly before, still damaged from the previous incursion, but everyone still panicking. However, everyone looks off to the side, for they don't see Julian at the wheel. They see him off into the water, and Julian is glazed over, still his eyes black, as he is swimming out in the ocean, looking at something that no one else ever sees, having a reaction. Now, Julian, what you are seeing is you are back on the island.
Fuck!
He's literally back on the island?
You're in the Gulf, and you're looking at the shore, and you see her standing on the shore, waving for you to come to her. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Do I have to? Can I just go?
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, why did I use my actual dice? That was weird for me to do. Perception
Yes.
is a 17.
She's wearing everything that she was right when you last saw her. A few scrapes, a few bruises. Everything looks perfect. So you swim, you book it, and you all see Julian start swimming in a random direction. I'm gonna have to roll a d6. You start swimming parallel to the boat. What do you guys do?
Can I use my mage hand
Does anyone know
and
what
fish
the
him out of the water?
fuck Julian is doing over there?
He does not have an it's not enough to pull him, but you start to try and pull and tug, and he is slowly getting left behind.
Hey, stop the fucking boat!
Can I take my
Right,
mage hand
as
and
they-
send a rope down to him?
Yeah, you get out a rope. It goes up in front of him, and he just swims through it, past it, and lets it fall out of his grasp as it is starting to get farther. Everyone is rushing to get it from full sail to complete stop, but
Just
it's
hit the
about-
fucking anchor, you dumb fucks!
We're in the ocean. It's not gonna do anything. Fuck. All right. And you start hearing the chains
Everybody that can still
as
row
it
should
is
be rowing
still
backwards.
going down. you tell people to start rowing backwards. The few people still left to actually take care of themselves as Johnny's down below helping people, you hear to row back.
I'm gonna jump off the side of the boat from the
You
crow's nest into the
jump
water.
off, and you see Julian is frantically swimming as best as he can towards, parallel to you guys, towards something. Back to Julian. As you finally get to the shore and you clam up and you clasp her hands, something's off. You're wet, but her hands are slimy, gooey, wet. As you look down at her hands, they're covered in gross warts. As her skin is old, falling off even, decayed beyond belief, you take one more glance, and her face starts to mold and fall off and slither off. And this hideous, horrible grin begins to form on her face as she starts laughing. And you look up to her, and her eyes turn black. Looking deep into those eyes, you are snapped back as you see Adlar right in front of you.
Julian, what the fuck is going on? Julian!
My eyes are blood red, like more red than they normally are, as I glare deep into your eyes.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Where is she?
What?
I'll slit her goddamn throat. Where is she?
The fuck are you talking about? There's no women on the boat!
And as you are holding me, I will cast Misty Step and be back on the boat.
Great. Fucking piece of shit. I'll do a quick perception check in the direction that he was swimming, I guess. See if I see anything.
Go ahead.
I'm so confused. 10.
Looking around, you catch something at the corner of your eye and you quickly look. But it quickly disappears. Looked kind of like a figure standing on the water waving at you, but it's not there. And you look around, you don't see it again.
Can I quickly poke my head underwater and kind of see anything in there?
You poke your head into the water and you see a molded face, decayed, of your own wife, smiling, grinning at you as she is looking straight into your eyes.
Take my head out of the water. Stay in my breath. What the fuck is going on? I just swim back to the boat.
I have my sickle out, by the way, gripping it tightly, looking around the ship right now.
Looking around the ship, you see bodies floating up, smiling, decayed, as it looks like they're floating past the boat, like a sea of dead bodies, all smiling to their ill-begotten fate. All dead by multiple different means, but the water has definitely made them bloated, soggy, as they float past your boat, smiling. You all audibly hear as they all say, "Return." And they all disappear.
Do I hear this as well, or was it just Julian?
This was everyone audibly heard from the water and all the mouths. Return.
No.
Adla, are you back on the ship?
Damn, I'm back on the ship.
Do you want to be back on the ship?
I mean, I'm swimming back to the ship. So
Then you
it's up
swim back to the ship.
As soon as you get on, I say to the crew, full mast, get us the hell out of here.
Fucking don't have to ask us twice. Fuck this shit. As they all just fucking heave ho, double time. Heave ho, heave. As you start to gain speed, sailing the ship. Julian looking around, you look back, and you see a figure waving at you, skin tight around the bone, black, charred skin like it was burned alive, this hideous, terrifying grin, and these black eyes staring at you and waving at you as it is standing on the water slowly until you go out of sight.
Oh, I would say I'm Eldritch blasting it the second I see it.
You, and the moment it almost hits, the figure disappears.
Okay, we need time out here. We need time out. The voice say return. Does it want us to return to island? Does it want us to return something to the sea? Does it want us to return Adlar to the crow's nest? Return mean lots of things. Well,
Now's not the time for humor, Two Gun.
oh, this is not humor. This want to know what voice mean. Voice say return.
Yeah, well, the only place I want to go is back home. I just walk off down to the bed to get some sleep.
Mm-hmm. Tugan very uneasy.
I will stay at the wheel of the ship with my sickle still in my hand, just fiddling with it.
Fiddling with your sickle,
Just gonna-
sailing. Everyone on high alert, looking around.
I'm going
This
to
is a very uneasy night.
when I get to my bunk,
Uh,
I'm gonna sit there and set up and start meditating and seeing if I can get my patron with my meditation routine.
Meditating, bringing yourself back, trying to talk to your patron. Typically a welcoming smile, an embrace, a kind of camaraderie, exploring ocean depths that you've never seen before. You go to sleep in your trance, and you're brought face to face with a door, giant in size, with a mural around it. There's inscriptions upon the side, and it is sitting there made out of sandstone. This giant structure around it, and you are in the middle of the water. There's a structure right ahead of you. You have no idea how far deep below the surface of the water you are. And there's coral reefs and stuff around you, but nothing else.
This door, the symbols on it, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize them at all?
You can either do an arcana or a history check. What languages do you know?
I know Common, Aquan, Elvish, and Thieves can't.
Go ahead and roll a Arcana or History.
Well, I don't know if I would do Arcana because I don't use magic, so I'll probably just go with History. It seems like the most likely one for me. 14.
14. Looking at this door, there's a couple images. There's writing that you don't quite understand. There seems to be in a language that's sends shivers down your spine. But there are forms of Aquan. It reads of a story about a god being sealed away deep below the surface of the water for making a deal that will seal it eternally. And it will obey that deal. And in return, it cuts off there. But on the mural, you see this giant squid-like beast that you saw beforehand giving an hourglass to figures on a very familiar island. The gods accepting it, and the being sealed away. Other than that, you see tons of other horrors, monsters that you quickly look away from.
I look around me real quick. And
Perception check.
yeah. 13.
Looking around, quick eyes darting. You see something out of the corner of your eye, and you quickly dart and look, and out of the corals you see this kind of a clawed squid-like creature with hands and arms and feet with a squid-like face, similar to what you saw beforehand, but without wings, just slowly swimming and clawing out of the coral reef before it looks up at you and starts to rapidly swim towards you.
I see if I can push this door open.
You go up to the door and try and heave, trying to push with all your might, but it is not budging. It is a huge door.
I take out my short sword. I get
You-
ready for a fight.
Pull out your short sword. This beast is coming closer, and then you awake with the morning. Everyone else, while he's dreaming, what would you like to do? Funny.
How long does it take for me to finish repairs at the bottom?
With that kind of damage, it's gonna take a couple hours, to finish repairs on the ship. After that, you can go back to bed.
Okay. Before I go back to bed, I want to finally look into the pouch I picked up off of the Skelly Bob and try to identify the sword and the boots I got.
All right. The sword is a runic sword of decay. Seems to be made by a creature of undeath, imbued with unholy power. Essentially, it's a sword that gives a +6 necrotic damage, and it is a long sword.
Okay.
The boots are boots of water walking, but of a particular kind. They turn the water that you're walking on into ice, If the object is not water, then it does not work. Things such as snow or if it's already ice. Also, the benefit to that is walking on ice does not pose disadvantage or troubles for you.
Okay.
Does not allow vertical climbing on ice, though. You just won't slip.
Okay. What was in the pouch?
The pouch contains 72 pieces of gold, 52 silver, and about 38 copper. As well as kind of dust.
Okay. Is Julian still awake?
Yes.
Julian? Yes, he is.
Also, I just wanted to use a spell slot. I just wanted to get that out of the way as fast as possible. For the
Sounds
identify.
good. Q-Gun. Sorry. Johnny, carry on.
I wanted to go up to Julian and talk to him. Okay, well, the repairs are done.
Go get some rest.
That's not your speaking voice as of late. Things okay?
Doesn't look like it is.
What happened?
Whatever was out there showed me her. Don't know how they got it. There's no way they could have seen it in my mind or tried to erase her. So she wouldn't be used against me, and yet they found out.
You'll always keep her in your mind. What did you want to do about it?
What do you mean what I want to do about it?
How do you want to go about this? They showed you her. Now what?
If I can find the creature and kill it right now. Make it suffer.
You're going back to your old ways. I don't know if I like that.
Well, no, my old ways did help me survive.
I mean, without your old ways, you're still alive right now.
You may have a point. But
Exactly.
as of right now, I think I'll just stay awake and think for a bit.
Okay. Well, get some rest. Don't stay up too late. I'm here for you, buddy.
Oh, and if you see two gun, tell him to go the fuck to bed.
Alrighty, Captain. I got you.
Speaking of, Two-Gun, what the hell have you been doing?
Two-Gun been standing up on the rail, looking out into the dark waters, pondering what just happened, and what is the return? Because there is a lot of returns, and I just
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
I expect nothing less from Two Gun than to be sitting and looking out off a rail, like thinking about life, basically, almost.
Like a princess waiting for her.
Exactly.
that's a 2.
That's a
I have a -1.
There
no
could be
wonder
a
you
lot
bother
of-
Adlar.
A lot of things that need to be returned.
Your laundry.
There's only one thing that voice wants.
The check that you kind of owe the money for.
That vacuum you bought at Costco.
The things that you have bought, the money that you were loaned,
When
bow.
when you have undead going return, I don't think it's talking about the vacuum at Costco.
Roll a 2, you might.
Pretty sure, even with a 2, Pretty sure. So after looking out into the darkness and staring off into nothingness, trying to figure out what return means, I just avoid everyone and slide off to my bunk and ponder some more about a return. I got feeling, but I keep Too Good keep to himself what he think return mean. But he don't go back to island. Grr.
Anyone else?
Ugh,
want
I
to
just
do
got some
something?
chills. Ugh.
Too
And
good.
Johnny's gonna kill me for this. I am staying up all night.
You'll
'Cause I
have a
can't-
level of exhaustion.
I know, because I cannot sleep unless someone wants to take my place in the morning so I can get rest, but I cannot sleep right now.
Too good. You meditate, right?
I have a trance.
He does, yes.
A
He's
trance.
an elf.
Yeah, I only need 4 hours.
You go to sleep. And for the first time in a long time in your elf years, you get images of your past life. Now, as an elf, you very well know that the god of elves reincarnates all of you, and you get multiple lives, and you get to kind of cherish with him. But right now, you're remembering a time in the Feywild where your god, the changer of multiple ways, the being who can turn into this beautiful waterfall, speaking but not at the same time, giving meaning to words, talks to you and is talking to a group of elves and is telling a story. The story is about a being trapped on an island that should never be released. A being that should never be able to leave, and should it leave, would be another key in releasing a terrible foe, as it looks straight to you. And you feel the words, remember, as you wake up again.
Ugh.
Fuck.
I guess since I was the first one who went to bed,
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have woken up from my 4 hours of my meditation trance. I guess I would have seen what was going up on the deck, and I guess at this point I would see that Julian is still up. I would
Yep.
assume. I'd like to.
You see bags underneath his eyes.
I like to approach him. Can't sleep.
No.
The hell happened back there, Julian?
A part of my past that, when used against me, just brings out the old me.
The old you swims in random directions in the
I
ocean.
was swimming to the island. That's what I was seeing. I saw someone dear to me on the island, and I was swimming towards her.
We weren't anywhere near the island. How could you see that far?
I couldn't. The island was right in front of me, at least in my eyes.
You said you saw someone dear to you on the island?
Yes. And then she turned like a sea hag almost, with a dark, evil smile.
I'm guessing this is someone is or was important to you at one point.
Very.
What was her name?
Ezra.
Azura. Pretty name.
You don't know much about my past, do you?
To be honest, I don't think I've cared enough to ask.
Smart.
You
I used
never
to
know.
be a captain.
I can kind of, I can kind of feel that from the way you talk to people.
Except when I was a captain, I was a ruthless murderer. Ended up losing my ship and her. Only thing I've left of my ship that I remember is Johnny.
You and Johnny were mates.
Weirdly, he was my quartermaster.
Now he's all of ours.
And yet he doesn't count.
So, Azura, this woman in your vision, after your ship went down, I guess, you don't know what happened to her? You don't know if she's alive or if she's dead?
Exactly. I don't know if she is alive or dead. I just have hope that she's out there.
What do you feel? I kind of gesture towards his heart. What does it feel like to you inside?
What, to not have her around?
No. Does it feel empty? I feel like something's missing from her. Does it feel like you can't feel her anymore? Or is there still a little bit of warmth inside of you?
There's still a little warmth.
Hold on to that. That'll give you the hope to one day see her again. I would imagine from my dealings with some of these abominations of the sea, sometimes they give you an image of what you don't want to see, because they know that the truth is what's going to keep you going. She might still be alive. In fact, I'd probably bet my life on it if she was one that she's been dear to you. I'm sure she's been trained well.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to leave someone you love behind. You should probably get some rest, Julian. I could take watch from here. We've got a long few days ahead of us. I'm gonna need you at full strength, my friend. Now more than ever. I'll give him just a little glance in the eyes of a sense of understanding from what I can. And give him a quick nod and gesture of, I've got this. You can trust me.
I'll go get some rest.
Have a good night, Julian. Hold on to that warmth.
Oh, and one more thing, Edla.
Yeah.
If Two Gun wakes up and starts rambling on about going back or returning or whatever, just tell him to go back to bed, because obviously he's not okay.
I'll figure something out.
There we go.
I always do.
Oh, and don't let him stroke your hair. I hear he likes to do that.
It was one time, and I was so tired.
I gotta tease you.
Good night, Julian.
Good night. Now I'll go to bed.
Tugan wakes up shortly after.
I go back up on deck and find Adlar.
I'm on the wheel at this moment.
And I just start pacing the deck, deep in thought. Outlaw, what we do now? We in troubled times, troubled waters. I have dream. I have dream in my trance. I hear story. And Elf King, he look at me very serious and he say, remember.
Remember what?
It was dream. He didn't elaborate. Too much going on.
Right. Okay. Well, assuming by your pacing across the ship, which is obviously distracting me from the rest of what the fuck is going on.
I think you
I
need
don't-
focus. Your ADD is kicking in if my pacing is distracting.
ADD?
Yeah.
What?
You add stuff together. You just focus on
Okay.
steering.
Well, I don't think any of us know what the heck is going on right now. I think we've all seen some shit today, to say the least.
Maybe we just return to port. Maybe that's what return means.
That's where I'm heading. To Solari. I think
well,
after
that-
today, whatever crew is left is probably ready to retire. We might need to find another crew.
We might need to ditch crew and get a new one.
Yeah. I wish Captain Whitebird were here. He'd know what to do.
Too much trouble.
Too much trouble.
No direction. We lost. We ship without rudder.
Do you know who you're talking to?
I'm talking to you.
Yes. Do you know who I am?
You are Adler.
And what do I do on the ship?
You look out. You swashbuckle.
And Casey, your God said remember, so remember what I do. Two Gun, what do I do?
You drive boat.
I don't. What else?
You give us direction.
Thank you. I know where we're going. I know where we are. Somewhat.
I don't mean that was metaphor. That was metaphor. I don't mean we lost on ocean. I mean we lost our way.
I think we're losing our minds too, Gun.
Maybe.
This ocean's too big for all of us.
Maybe Johnny know what to do.
I'd let him sleep and ponder on that, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Everybody get some sleep.
Yeah. About what time is it right now, Chase? Give or take.
Since you two only need 4 hours of rest, it's about roughly 2 o'clock in the morning.
How many people do we see out on the ship right now? Just as a reference.
It's the night cruise, so it's about 12 people in total. It's a slow row, keep everything base going.
T-Gun? Do you know if Tank is up?
Oh, I could wake him up if you now.
No, No, I asked, if he's up. Don't wake him up.
I don't know. You want me to go check? A little early for breakfast, but I'm
No.
sure he won't mind.
No, I don't want him awake right now. Do you mind sharing a meal with me too, again?
Oh,
I'm not,
absolutely.
I'm not feeling myself right now.
You want me to make sandwiches?
Sure, but one request too, again. Please, no poached egg.
Oh, that takes specialty. I not make good as him.
Fair enough. Deckhands,
Yes.
find someone to drive the ship, would you?
All
Two-
right. I'll grab William.
If you need us, Tuga and I will be grabbing a morning snack, if you would.
All right. The typical. Later. Yes. All right, guys. Let's keep her afloat. And where the fuck is William? And they go around and start looking.
I'll walk down with Tuga and
As you
go
guys
to
start walking
tank
down,
stuff.
going towards the kitchen, kind of peeking, checking, see if Tank is awake. No one's currently in the kitchen. As you start to step in, you very quickly remember Tank sleeps in the kitchen.
Mm.
So on the floor, rustled onto the ground, is Tank. But you very quickly realize he's not asleep. He is pale. And you see his lifeless body on the ground, seemingly like he had his life sucked out of him. As you see his veins turned black, and you see a shocked look in his eyes. Julian, you go to bed, and the sea takes you, and you are comfortable. You feel safe, protected, like the deal so many has made. A voice reaches out to you as you are bathed in bright light. You have a traveler amongst you.
That will probably wake me up.
He has tried to escape. You must. And you wake up in the morning. For the first time ever, he has been cut off amidst your dreams. That is where we're going to end it tonight, everyone.
Holy fucking shit!
So many scenarios are going through my head.
Dude,
So,
holy shit! There's some major character
real
development
quick,
gonna happen right now.
I want to say thanks to all of our viewers and subscribers for taking the time to watch this week's episode. Please reach out and share this to pretty much anyone you know or anyone you think is interested, primarily. And comment down below. Say pretty much anything that you think we could improve on or you think would actually help us increase the enjoyment of the experience.
Let us know who your favorite character is as well. We like to know
Yeah,
that.
on top of that, we really like knowing that kind of thing. And
Who you're
even-
most excited to learn more about.
And who's your funniest character that you enjoy or stuff like that. I mean, guys, even critical comments are help improving our sessions for the future.
Tell us who you hate the least and why we suck.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, in general, though, we all really do appreciate the support that you guys have followed, watched our videos. But most of all, remember, don't forget to check for traps. See you next time.